Hello everyone, Barb here from barbaderholt.closetomyheart.com. Well, it is October, so it is time for a brand new stamp of the month from Close to My Heart. This one is called Blessings of the First Noel, and it is available right now for $18.95 regular purchase. If you spend $50, you get it for $5. If you are a VIP and you spend $50, you get it for free. That's one of those little VIP perks. So these are the sentiments. Really cute. We're going to be working with this one here. And I'm going to show you what I came up with. I have a couple of examples I'll show at the end to show you where I went with it using some different color combinations. I am using some Mocha Ink, and I have the candy apple, mustard seed, spiced marmalade, and rustic wilderness distress oxides that I'm going to be using. We're going to do a little ink blending today. So I have layers. This one is about 5 1/4 by 4, and this one is 5 by 3 3/4. And I don't remember what these are. They're kind of cut to match the size of the sentiment. So I'm going to set the brown piece of mocha to the side there, and I am also, I was going to show you this, I'm using the Gilt spray, so you got to give that a shakeroo so you hear that ball rattling. Get that going. And we're going to do a little ink blending on this white panel. I've got it on a piece of white paint. You aren't going to be able to see it very well, but I've got it on that piece of white paper. You'll see it once we get blending. So I am just taking my blender tool and picking up a little ink, and I'm going to start just doing some little circles. And I'll set my blender tool down, and I'm going to start, I think I'm going to do spiced marmalade next. I wanted a little bit of a fall vibe for the colors. And I am rubbing over the top of the candied apple a little bit, and I'll bring that candied apple brush back in, or blender tool, just to blend out and soften where those two colors meet. And now I will do some mustard seed. And again, I'm just kind of going over where the spiced marmalade ended and adding my mustard seed and blending to smooth that out. And I'll add a little bit of the orange. And then I have the Rustic Wilderness. Rustic Wilderness is a new color in our Distress Oxide line that we're carrying. Back in with the mustard seed. And it doesn't have to be perfect. That's the beauty of Distress Oxides. They're not for perfect here. Okay, so I've got that panel blended. I'm going to take a little bit of water because this is the fun part of Distress Oxides. I'm using regular cardstock. So I'm not going to let that water sit on that piece of cardstock very long, or it'll start to cause problems. But I'm just picking that up, and you can see the water reacts with those Distress Oxides, and you get that little blotchy background. And then I am going to take a little of this Gilt, and I am going to tap, tap, tap to get a little of the Gilt. This is a gloss spray, and it ends up drying really shiny. You can see how shiny that is. Isn't that pretty? I'll set this aside to dry for a second. I'm going to pull in this other smaller panel, and I'm going to take the dregs, the leftovers, and I'm just softly adding some color in the same order that I had it on the big panel. So there's the mustard seed. This is mustard seed. Had the candy apple, mustard seed, rustic wilderness, and spiced marmalade. The spiced marmalade seems a little on the light side, so I'm going to pick just a little more of that up to add that little bit of orange. And a little more candy apple, just like that. I'm going to close up my inks here. And now I need to ink up my sentiment. I have it on a big block. You can use a Misty or a big black. And sorry if my head gets in the way here, but I need to now look over this. Drop it down, give it some pressure to transfer the ink from the stamp to the paper. Oh, and that turned out nice. Now I'm going to take my glass spray again, and I'm just going to gently add a few little dots just by touching the applicator here, the spray nozzle, just like that. And you can see how that turned out. That looks pretty cool. Now I'm going to get this out of the way. Bring in a card base and my layers. I'm going to use tape runner. And you can see here I got a little glass spray on there from a previous project. And here's some other examples. This one's a little more Christmassy looking. And this is the same colors, rustic wilderness, candy apple, only I turned it. You can do that. And then this one I used peacock feathers, chipped sapphire, and the new color speckled egg. Isn't that pretty? I love the blues too. Thank you so much for stopping by. Have a blessed crafty day, and I'll see you